I'm about to pack as much value as I can in 15 minutes. We're going over 2025 email marketing flows that bring you stupid amounts of money without you lifting a finger. This is a brand we set up, this exact strategy that I'm going to be sharing with you, and the exact thought process, the exact strategies and emails we've set up for this brand, generated $471,000 in the past 30 days compared to before we started working with them here. You can see the total amount of money for this brand. It's about 28% or so that is coming from the flows alone. That has allowed them to 4x their brand since we started working with them a few months ago. So let's go over these flows. For an example brand, I'm going to be using Liquid IV. So for email marketing flows, these are the automations that you set up once for your brand, and then it's going to, these emails are going to fire whenever a customer completes a specified action, whether they join your email list, whether they abandon a cart, after they buy, 30 days after they buy, you can trigger anything with your email marketing flows. And so these are the core flows and the strategies that I like to implement that are kind of like the 80-20 of generating results. So first we want to start off with pre-purchase and everything over here on pre-purchase, and then we're going to have post-purchase over here. So these are the two differences in flows that we have. We have pre-purchase, before somebody makes a purchase, and then post-purchase after. And then we have different flows that are going to be for each of these. So the pre-purchase flows that we want, first off, of course, we're going to have the welcome flow, which is when somebody joins the email list. We need to have a welcome flow. We need to have a killer welcome flow that's going to properly educate somebody and introduce them to the brand. This is what sets the foundation of the relationship. No matter what you do, you need to make sure that you're setting the relationship on the right note. Even if somebody doesn't buy in the welcome flow, we want to set a good impression. We want to have clean designs. We want to have on-brand copy. We want to give them the impression of our brand. We want to come off as like a brand that we know what we're doing, we can be trusted, yada yada. You can't just slap together terrible looking designs because that sets off the relationship on a bad note, and then they're going to be less likely to purchase down the line because not everybody's going to buy right off the bat. So welcome flow is going to be one flow that we need to have set up, and we need to make sure that it's firing really well. I don't know why that pasted in here, but we are going to duplicate this quite a few times because we're going to set up all our different flows. So we have our welcome flow, and then the rest of the pre-purchase flows are going to be our abandonments. So we're going to have a site abandonment. We're going to have a browse abandonment. I'll explain these in a second. We're going to have cart abandonment. And then we're going to have checkout abandonment. These are all different from each other, and I will go over these differences for you. Checkout abandonment. And then let's move these post-purchase ones over here. So here's all the pre-purchase, these abandonments. The site abandonment is going to be somebody who goes to your website. The Klaviyo trigger is active on site. Somebody goes to your website, but they don't actually view any products. We need to set up filters for if somebody views a product, then they go into the browse abandon flow. But site abandonment, somebody goes to your website and then they leave. They don't click on any products. We want to have email or two in place here to get somebody to buy. We have the browse abandonment. Somebody views a product and then they leave. So they physically click on a product page. They're looking at it. They're looking at the price. They view that product and then they leave. We want to have a couple emails reminding them of that product. Cart abandonment. Somebody clicks add to cart, and then they leave. We need to have flows in place for that, emails in place for that, and then checkout abandonment. Somebody actually adds to cart, and then they click checkout. They see the pricing, they see the shipping information, and then they leave. Most brands only have this checkout abandon, and they're missing on the cart abandon. So check your Klaviyo account, make sure you have an added to cart trigger, and make sure you have a flow for that, because you might think you do. It's like, I do have a cart abandon flow. 90% of the people watching this, no, you have a checkout abandon flow. So that's what we want there on the pre-purchase. I'm going to go over email by email and the strategy that we'd go about here for Liquid IV. But post-purchase, this is what I like to do for post-purchase. I don't like to go too crazy for it. So what I'd have here is just an immediate post-purchase flow, and then we're going to want a replenishment reminder. We're going to want a winback flow. And then we're going to want, I don't know why that keeps doing that. And then we're going to want this winback, and then we're going to want a sunset flow, which is going to be for people who are ready to unengage from the list. So these are the post-purchase flows. And so we'll go over those. First, I want to tackle like all of these pre-purchase flows, and then we'll go in a little bit more depth over there. But I want to move through this as fast as I can. So in general, typically for most flows, we want to have at least 4 emails. 4 emails is just ample. It's enough reminders for somebody to finally, buy. People need multiple reminders. They need time to think about their decision, yada, yada, yada. If you only send like 1 email for abandoned cart, then that might not be enough. This person, they might be checking out other brands. It's a multi-day decision, especially if you have a high AOV product where things take time. But the welcome flow, what we want to do here, I like to start off always, we're going to have just like email 1 with, email 1, we're just going to be intro with discount and best sellers. And so what I would do here, so it's like, okay, what do I discount? So if I'm Liquid IV, what would I discount? Probably what I would want to do is I would want to do a subscription only discount if I really wanted to push subscriptions. So what I would do, it looks like they're giving, I believe they're giving 30% off all subscriptions. So I'd have a pop-up saying like, hey, 30% off your first subscription. Even though you don't need to enter your email, then we could do that and really push people for subscription and just push them to that. I'd also consider a bundle offer where it's just like a trial offer where you try out all sorts of different bundles and it's like a big offer. Maybe you also get a shaker bottle. Maybe you also get something. Some sort of bundle offer like that works really, really well in 2025. So I would try to do a bundle offer. But you're completely fine with doing, I would try bundle offer with subscription. And the bundle just applies to that first month. I would probably do something like that. But if not, dollar off or percent off works fine. I test dollar off versus percent off, and then also do a mystery discount test. So in the pop-up, doing a mystery discount because we need to have a pop-up form to collect people's email addresses. You just have to have it. It's going to lower your cost per acquisition. Just trust me. We've tested this many, many times. So what I would do is say we're giving $10 off a first purchase. In the pop-up, I'd say, hey, you have a mystery discount. Enter your email to claim. And it's $10 off. And then we say they sign up with their email, and then they have to go to their email to like actually look at that discount. So that's what I would do there. That's super important, super, super key for making sure that we get this. And so email 1, that's what we want to do. Email 2, I like to do brand story or USPs, so unique selling propositions. That's what I would do here. I would wait 1 day. We want to drill these people every single day before they go check out one of our competitors. Oopsies, didn't mean to do that. Drill them every other day or every day before they can check out competitors. Email 3, we're going to do social proof. Email 4, we are going to end this with a last chance discount. And then what I would do here is I would test, for some reason it's not letting me paste. I would test text-based for last chance, because sometimes a text-based email, a plain text-based email, just performs well. So that's all we need for the welcome flow. We have some urgency, we have some background, some social proof, we have everything that we need here. We're waiting 1 day in between all of these. That's all that we need, and this is perfect. Every single one of these emails, we need to also mention the discount. You can't just have an email where you don't mention the discount. So welcome flow, these are like some examples. This is a doc, I have a YouTube video on this, but this is what we want to do for like a welcome flow. Welcome email number 1, discount way up at the top of the email, button right here, show some of the best sellers, maybe some unique selling propositions there. Have a couple filler emails like a story of the brand, unique selling propositions, frequently asked questions. You could plug in any one of these, and then we always want to end with this last chance discount right here where, hey, this is the last chance to claim your discount. So that's what we want for the welcome flow. Make sure it's designed, mix in a text-based email or two, and then you're all good to go. Side abandon is going to be anybody who goes to the website, but they don't view any products. So for this, we just want to say need help, and then give best sellers or product information. So right here, since we have so many different Liquid IV products, if we have a product with a lot of different, or if we have a store with a lot of different products, then I'm going to show a bunch of different products and just be like, these are our best sellers. If you have one product, then just go over like FAQs or overcome objections in that email. That's all you really need. So that's what we want to do here, and I'll go over an example for that. Browse abandon, I like to do 3-ish emails. Email 1, did you see this? Or did you check this out? Like what you saw, something like that. And then we're going to go over some FAQs down at the bottom. That's what I like to do for email 1. Email 2, need another reminder, something like this. And then we're going to do some social proof. And then we're going to do a last chance. We're holding stock for you to have a little bit of urgency. We're holding stock for you. This is your absolute last chance. And if you want to do a discount, then we can have an optional discount opener. What I would probably do is I'd probably just do this optional discount opener right here. And then we go to cart and checkout abandon. These are going to be very similar. And I'm going to say your order, your cart is ready to ship. Just literally show the product, and then a little bit of social proof slash risk reversals. So I might show their money back guarantee, whatever it is, something to get them over the edge. I do this, and then email 2, I'm going to follow it up. Email 2, overcome objections, and show the exact product that the person left behind. So there's another doc going a little bit more into depth of what these look like, but cart abandon. This is kind of what we want to do. Show this product right here. You can follow it up with a text-based. That's what we're going to do here. Is going to do overcome objections in text-based email. And then right here, I'm comfortable with giving a discount if this person still hasn't bought. So email 3, we are going to do discount opener. Then we're going to do a discount closer. Email 4, discount closer. We don't want to give a discount right off the bat because this person might, we might be able to get them without the discount and save on margins. So I like to wait right here. All these emails, we're waiting 1 day in between them. So don't worry about that. Just wait 1 day in between all these. Checkout abandon, we can do literally the same exact sequence right here. If we want to, but slightly change up the designs. You really don't need to do anything too different here. Ideally you do, but if you're stuck on time, that's okay. Something that we could also do, that we like to do for checkout abandon and cart abandon, is we'll split right here based on if somebody has bought from us before. Have they bought? If they have bought from us, then what are we going to do? Nothing. We're just going to keep it as is. If they haven't bought from us, we're going to say, welcome, discount, reminder. And we're going to do that for every single email right here. This person still can claim their welcome discount. So we're going to tell them, hey, you have your welcome discount. You have your welcome discount. And then we're going to give a stronger discount for emails 3 and 4. That's something a little bit more advanced. You can do that for cart and checkout abandon. That's something that we like to do for some brands. You don't need to do it right off the bat, but that's something that you can do. You can also do it for browse abandon as well. Would recommend doing that as well. A little bit more advanced, a little bit more work, but you can add a split inside of Klaviyo to do that for you. Going on to our post-purchase flows right here, immediate post-purchase, we want, oopsies, what did I do here? We want an immediate thank you. Text-based from founder. These just mean a lot for people. Remove buyer's remorse, and they just really stand out. We want to have PS. Click here to keep shopping. This is super key. People, right when they buy, they're down to buy again. It's so simple, but people overlook it, but it often gets 2 to 3% placed order rates. So that's something that we want to do here. We're going to push email 1, just thank you for your order. PS, if you want to place another order, you can here. If we want to get aggressive, we can do email 2, and we can say, we'll say something like, why not place another? Something like that, like, hey, this is what else is for you. Something like that where we can get another, get some more, because this is often a period where people are down to keep buying. We're going to wait 1 day here. And then we're going to add a third email just pushing people to social media. And that's perfect. We can wait a couple days there. And then we are all set. We'll wait 3 days. That's all you need for post-purchase. We're going to be sending campaigns. We're sending email campaigns 3 to 4 times per week for our brands. And so people are getting a lot of content repeatedly. And so that's what we like to do here. Replenishment reminder, we're going to want to time it based on what this person bought. If somebody bought 1 pouch, we'd have to look into the brand. How long does 1 pouch last? 16 sticks. Does that last a month? Does it typically last 2 months? Whatever it is, we want to time it out. So we're going to split based on product quantity. And we're going to just have a couple emails. Email 1, ready to refill. We're just going to show them, and we're going to time it right when they're ready to refill, right when they run out. Ready to refill, and then we're going to have, that's really all we need. We're going to have cross-sell right here, though. We're going to wait another week, be like, you liked this, try this out. Wait 7 days. This person is still receiving campaigns, so they're going to buy from campaigns typically, but it's good to have this. So we're going to cross-sell. If you liked this, you'll like this. And that's perfect. Split based on product quantity. My guess My guess is most will be a 45-day split right here. And that's what we want. For winback, we want to start off email 1, just a simple, we miss you. Here are pics just for you. This is what we want to do right here. For the first email, keep it simple, no discount, and then email 2 and 3, discount, opener, winback. We're going to have a discount to try to get this person back. Email 2, email 3, last chance discount. Winback, we're going to have to time it based on product quantity. Usually, for something like this, I do 180 days. That's long enough time. This person is still receiving campaigns, and they haven't bought from campaigns. This is pretty dire of a situation if they're not buying from campaigns. We're going to wait 7 days, and then we'll wait 2 days here. That's all we need for winback. We don't need to do anything crazy. We have 8-figure systems that aren't, what just happened there? We have 8-figure systems that this is literally exactly what we're doing. Sunset is going to be someone hasn't opened an email in 3 months. So 90 days, 120 days, something like that. Email 1, is this it? Click here to stay subscribed. And that's it. If somebody doesn't open this email, we're going to add a split, and we're going to suppress this person's profile if they haven't. We're going to suppress that person's profile if they didn't open, because we want to save money on our Klaviyo bill. And boom, that is it. This is all the advanced stuff. This is really all you need. This is exactly what we have set up for this brand. If I'm someone like Liquid IV and I have subscriptions, we're going to need a lot more flows for subscriptions. That's a completely different video in itself, because we need to have subscription flows. I can write a couple out. We're going to need things like subscription activated, subscription canceled. We're going to need lapsed subscriber, winback, so somebody who subscribed they unsubscribed a while ago, and it's like 3 months later and we want to get them back. Then we're going to have like all the billing notifications, so upcoming billing failed, yada, 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 all this sort of stuff. So there's a lot of different stuff that we'd have to have, and just like a couple emails in place, we'll be fine there. But that's really all you need for this sort of system. Yeah, that's really all we need. And then you just hyper optimize, you test these, you add different splits based on if people have bought before. You can add different splits on what product people have viewed, what they might be interested in, make customized replenishment reminders, everything like this. This is all you need. And as long as you're hyper optimized, you really test the hell out of your acquisition offer to make sure you get as many people in on the pop-up form, then as many people in into the welcome flow, then you're going to have a lot of traffic into these flows. And as long as they're hyper optimized, they're going to be making a lot of money. This is really all you need. This is the 8-figure setup that we have here for one of our 8-figure brands. Bring in about $471,000, $450 to $500K a month for this brand, and it's rising every single month. This is pretty much exactly what we have. So hopefully that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you want to work with me to build out something like this, then we can build this out for you, myself and my team. We're premium e-commerce, email, marketing, and SMS team. Link will be in the description if you want to book a call and see what that would be like for us to build all this out, do all the creatives, all the strategy, all the execution, and everything here. So hopefully that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Make sure you check out this next video, which is super valuable, just like this video. Thank you.